What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. Thank you for joining once again. I have a New York Times headline here. Only 27% of young black New Yorkers are fully vaccinated, the data shows. Many say they fear that during these uncertain times, they could not trust the government with their health. This is a major public health failure, said an epidemiologist. To me, this represents more than what you see on the surface level. I first want to say if you want to take a vaccine, please go do it. You hear a lot of people say, well, go talk to your doctor. I agree 100% with that. Go talk to your doctor. Ultimately, though, it's your decision. The doctor is just giving you information to factor in to that decision. Everyone has a different background. I'm a statistics major, and I look at the statistics and then I look at, is this something I want to do? Everybody, there's no right or wrong. You make your own decision. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about when crisis comes, it's a valuable data it's a valuable situation to farm data to help you with other things. And in my opinion, this is just New York, 27% of young black New Yorkers, the data that we're seeing in New York, only 27% of young black New Yorkers are vaccinated. This data can be interpreted, so we step away from the health crisis, which should be taken seriously, but I'm going to talk about more because there's more going on than just that. When you look at it from the establishment standpoint, what do you think they see? What do you think Joe Biden and the people who funded him and behind Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the first, they call her African American vice president ever, when they look at New York and they see only 27% of the black New Yorkers have listened to what they have been strongly recommending, this goes beyond health now. It represents a crack in the Democratic establishment with young blacks. Nothing lasts forever. Democrats have enjoyed, probably since around 64, complete domination of the black vote. Black Americans have been just like zombies, blindly voting for whether you agree that's good or bad. That's what's happened at the general election level. And obviously at the local level with mayors, it plays out all throughout. But let's just talk about the general election to represent everything. I think they've been concerned about this for quite some time. I think that's why Bernie Sanders was so important. I did a video, I'm going to link it up above, where the capitalist failures of our country pushed our youth because they lived through the Obama crash, they lived through the pandemic crash, and they don't trust the establishment. And that's the purpose of Jamal Bowman and AOC and Ilhan Omar and the whole squad and Bernie Sanders. Their real purpose is to capture that group and keep them in line. Say you can vote Democrat because of us, and then just the only other thing you have to do is say the other guy's a KKK member, or he's a KKK sympathizer, or he is in the KKK, or he's racist, and then those young voters on a large scale come to you. You can lie and say we'll do some student loan debt forgiveness and all that. Remember the headline from 2020 election: young black voters say they aren't enthusiastic about a Joe Biden presidency. That corresponds, in my opinion, no facts, just giving you my opinion, with that 27% of young black New Yorkers. Older black Americans have lived through the 80s, 90s, Clinton, all that stuff. They called Clinton the first black president and clapped it and cheered it like that was some good thing. They're in the establishment. James Clyburn has them through the churches. He's got them on lock. The young ones, they don't go to church. The young ones aren't buying it. They will vote Democrat, but just out of default. So out of crisis, it's a legal way for the government to get a lot of things done that they have always wanted to do, and to get valuable information that you couldn't get before. Like if you say this is life or death and only 27% of people listen to you, that's the only people you truly have control over. Period. And I think it's has nothing. I'm going to separate this from health, but that's obviously not a high risk group. The ask is you just listen to us for the good of our country and because you trust us. So this is a for that group. Well, the 20% are vaccinated, so it's really the 73% that I'm talking about here. That's for whatever reason not fully bought in, whether they're not paying attention or they're actively against it. For you, the 73% in New York, young black that are not vaccinated, if you refuse to be a useful idiot for the Democrat Party, which is what you're doing, and I fully condone that. I'm not going to be a useful idiot for you. I don't care. If you choose not to be a useful idiot for the Democrat establishment, they will not care about you. They will treat you exactly the same way they treated MAGA. You are of no use to me. They don't want you to go over to MAGA, so they might try to keep that divide, but they don't care about you. That 73% of young black New Yorkers who chose not to get a vaccine, they don't care about you. They'll throw you away like the trash. I'm going to end with a question. Why are they letting so many illegal immigrants in across the border and then also trying to make the voting laws federal and more liberal that would immediately register many non-citizens, illegal immigrants, and potentially allow them to vote? It's to replace you. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot for listening. Take care.